Hi, it's Julie Hansen. Welcome back to another episode of Rate My Video. Today, I'll be reviewing a video from the CEO of UPS, Miss Carol Tome, and I'll highlight for you some of the areas where she really expresses that virtual executive presence we're trying to develop, and some areas where she might need to do a little work. Ready? Let's dive in.
I gotta ask, the stock is down almost 8%. Investors not liking it. Why?
Well, Alex, if I could answer that question, I'd probably have a different job.
Whoa! Who turned off the lights? She looks like a chameleon trying to blend into that dark background. Now, I don't mind a dark background, but when you match your background, especially a dark one, you can start to look like just a bobbing head to your audience because we don't see a clearly defined torso. And that can be, just a little distracting and off-putting for a first impression. Watch this again and take a look at this movement. That is a lot of movement right outside of the gate. And it makes her look a little wobbly, which I'm sure is not what she wants to convey to her audience. Look, standing still in front of a camera is difficult. It's like riding a unicycle and balancing a book on top of your head. It takes practice. Remember, the camera magnifies movement, even movement that takes place off camera. So your audience really doesn't know what's happening. They don't know if you're nervous, you're distracted, or you stepped on a Lego.
I was really proud of our team today and the outline that we provided to grow our company, our revenues and our margin, and invest in the future. So I'd love to talk about our plans and how we're going to create value over the long term.
Now that was a masterful pivot. She took that loaded question and she didn't get defensive. She used humor, she smiled, and she led that conversation in a more positive direction. Now that is the composure that we expect from our leaders, and she really delivered here.
What some analysts were pointing out was a couplefold: raise prices in order to meet some of these estimates in a tough growth environment. So I wanted to get your thoughts on that. So give us your thoughts on that first.
So Ms. Tome's eye contact overall has been very consistent and direct. And that is a great example and no easy feat when you are listening to someone as she is listening to the interviewer and maintaining that eye contact. It really makes your audience feel heard.
So we divided our growth into three different segments: the U.S., international, and then supply chain solutions, with an overarching theme of growth in healthcare.
One of the benefits of standing is that it allows you more room to gesture. And she uses a great example of gesturing here in terms of putting ideas into three separate buckets to help us remember and separate those ideas in our head. Now take a look at what happens now.
So if I think about healthcare logistics, it's highly fragmented with tens of thousands of players in that space. We have an opportunity to grow into the space because we have an end-to-end solution coupled with cold chain packaging.
She gets even more emphatic with those gestures here, and she adds vocal emphasis and emotion, and combined with that direct eye contact, this is really a great, powerful presence punch.
Don't be confused by the growth there. Part of that is leaning into parts of the market that really value our end-to-end network, like small and medium-sized businesses. And those packages tend to have a higher revenue per piece than other packages.
And we're back with the video cha-cha. A lot of movement here. A pro tip: when you say leaning, it's okay to lean, but the rest of the time, keep it balanced and still in the lower body so we don't have to worry about you falling over. For Ms. Tome's performance, I award an 8.5 out of 10 on the Virtual Executive Presence score. So that's it for today's episode of Rate My Video CEO Edition. If there are any videos that you'd like to see me put to the test, send them my way. And in the meantime, keep your eyes on the camera and your feet in one place.